hit southwest Florida on September 28th, 2002. With it, winds in excess of 150 miles an hour and more than 12 feet of surge. Since then, navigating the world of insurance has plagued hundreds of thousands of homeowners.
Well, the channel's national correspondent, Justin Michaels, joins us to introduce one man still navigating insurance hurdles 14 months after all this.
Right. We're not talking about this hurricane season that's ending today.
We're
talking about last year. And his name is Joseph K. Really sweet guy. Pine Island is where he is, one of those barrier islands on southwest Florida's coast. And he is just one of 80,000 people like him who are still navigating these waters.
This is where I want to live to the rest of my life. This is where I feel at home. It's the first place in my life I felt like home. And this was it. And now I didn't got it.
This is Joseph K.'s mold-infested, condemned Pine Island, Florida home. He is just one of many Hurricane Ian storm victims.
Most likely I will probably lose all this stuff.
More than a year later, he's still fighting for his forever home.
I've actually been living my dream. And, you know, where do I go from here? I don't know.
And neither do those thousands of others waiting for their payout.
Hurricane Ian is the largest storm on the books, 753,000 insurance claims. That's an enormous undertaking of recovery, billions of dollars in losses.
Those losses, along with years of regulatory issues, caused many insurance companies to either go insolvent or leave Florida. All of those customers ended up on the books of Citizens Property Insurance, Florida's state-backed insurer of last resort.
There's some economically disadvantaged people in the private market and very, very wealthy people in Citizens who are basically getting a 30 to 40% discount.
Tim Serio is Citizens' CEO. He told us by state mandate, Citizens is much less expensive than other insurance providers, and he says that's a problem.
Our rates are artificially low. We're around the state 30, 40, 50% below where we should be if we were in the private market. And frankly, that's unfair to policyholders in the private market.
Citizens has absorbed those customers in staggering numbers, making it the largest insurance provider in Florida, something it was never intended to be.
Say a best case scenario is that we are not 1.4 million policies. We're back down to a manageable, maybe 450, 550,000 policies, maybe that optimal spot for Citizens.
While the company does have a $6 billion reserve, one Ian-sized storm could knock that out, so it needs to shed as many as 1 million policies. That is happening, but very slowly.
We have fixed the problems that a lot of those carriers were experiencing that were driving them out of the state. So that's why what's brought 4 new carriers to the state for this year alone.
Slowly improving the insurance landscape in Florida. But that's little to no help for those still living through the aftermath of Ian.
They don't want to pay and they want to save their money.
To date, Joseph K. has only received $2,500 for the loss of his home, far less than the $178,000 outlined in his policy. He's suing for the difference.
These guys have got to pay what they owe the people. And if my case helps other people, I definitely want to do it.
Tough go for Joseph and so many others trying to navigate those waters. Just think about that. Your insurance policy, you've paid religiously on that for years. $178,000 is what you should get for the loss of your home. And now just shy of $3,000 is all he's gotten. So that suing is what he needs to do. Guys, and he's not alone. There is some speculation the state is investigating that maybe insurance companies are kicking the can down the road, hoping people may just go away, give up, and a lot of people have. But Joseph and many other people we talk to are going at them and saying, we've paid, now you need to pay us. And it's a tough situation for a lot of people.
Isn't Citizens worried, though, if there's another big storm like that? Then what? Then what happens?
Right. And we're going to talk about
what happens next.
Well, I'm going to utter 2 words that people don't like to hear: hurricane tax, and that is certainly a possibility. And tomorrow's story, right here on AMHQ, we will talk about what could be a hurricane tax.
Does Florida bring back a state tax to try to compensate for all this at some point?
I think these are options on the table.
I mean, I'm just saying.
We'll talk about it tomorrow, I promise.
Want to live there.
Oh, that's called a tease.
Yeah, that's a meaty one. Looking forward to it, Justin. Thank you very much.